Hello friends, welcome to my channel again. In this video, I am continuing with investment part 4. In my earlier video, I have discussed about how to download the data of stock prices from BSE website. In continuation to that, in this video, I will be discussing how to calculate return. So let us start. So for calculation of risk and return analysis using Excel, we require minimum. We can calculate actually return for a single stock as well. But if you want to go for risk and return analysis, for analysis purpose, we need at least minimum 3 companies data which are listed on BSE or NSE. For that, you need to collect the closing price of the last 3 months to have a better analysis of the selected companies. And then you calculate the risk and return of the stocks individually. In this video, I will be discussing only calculation of returns, right? So risk return analysis is a useful tool for understanding the stock market well. So let us move ahead. There are various methods of calculation of return. In this video, I will be discussing about single asset analysis. So there are 2 methods which I will be discussing in this. Number 1 is return in rupees, which is equal to amount received minus amount invested. Another way is to calculate the rate of return, which is equal to closing price minus opening price divided by the opening price. So without wasting any time, let us start. So let me start with my Excel. So we will continue with the same historical data that I have discussed with you in my earlier video, that is of HDFC. So here I go. I have taken the data in the Excel format. So this is the data which I have downloaded from Excel. Now what I need to do is so when I download the data from Excel, you see there are many things that have been downloaded, but I would be requiring only the closing price. So I would be I am just copying it down, date and this, and dragging it down and copy. I will open one Excel sheet, one spreadsheet, and then date. Now this I don't need. Opening price, this I don't need. I will be deleting it. I need only closing price and the date, right? So let us calculate return of HDFC because I have taken the data of HDFC as I have discussed in my earlier video how to download the data. In that data we have downloaded, in that video we have downloaded HDFC price. So first I'm going to calculate return in rupees, right? The formula for return in rupees was simple, as I discussed with you, amount received minus amount invested, right? So this is amount received minus amount invested. So the answer in absolute return is 65 rupees 85 paisa. Now I will simply drag it down and down, down, down up to 1st of January. So I have got my answer, right? So I don't need this. Now, if you look at the data, when I download the data, it has given me figures from 31st March to 1st of March, right? So, had the data been on the other side, यहाँ पे मेरी 31st March से जो है starting हो रही है, फिर 30th March, फिर 27 March. The formula I put over here is amount received minus amount invested. I need to look at it very carefully. Sometimes the students they make a mistake. For example, अगर ये मैं data मेरे पास उल्टा होता 1st March से होता, मैं 1st March से starting नहीं कर पाती because ये amount received नहीं है, ये क्या है amount invested है. In that case मेरा यहाँ पे starting होना था, that is amount received minus amount invested, right? Sometimes students they get confused कि मैम ने फर्स्ट यहाँ पे मैंने यहीं पे ये फॉर्मूला लगा दिया बिकॉज मेरा जो स्टार्टिंग डेट है दैट इज फ्रॉम 31 मार्च. सो ऑब्वियसली मैं 30 मार्च को जो पैसा इन्वेस्ट करा वो मुझे कब मिला होगा, 31 मार्च को मिला होगा. सो 31 मार्च minus 30th March, that gives me absolute return in rupees, that is 67.85. Now let us calculate another way of return, that is rate of return. I'm just deleting over here. I have written this formula in my PPT. Second is rate of return. Rate of return. Now, if you look at the formula for rate of return, that was closing price minus opening price divided by the opening price, right? So closing price, this is the closing price, minus, there are certain things that you need to memorize. Whenever you have to write the formula like this, put equal to bracket start, closing price minus opening price, bracket close, divide by opening price. So this is my answer. Sorry, I have taken the wrong. This is equal to bracket start, closing price minus opening price bracket close, divide by opening price. So if I want to calculate in terms of percentage, I will simply click on percent. It will give me percentage, that is 4% rate of return. So I will simply drag it down. It will give me the answer that how much daily return I have earned on this particular stock. Now let me tell you the normal mistake that students make when they are using the Excel for the first time. So the formula for rate of return is equal to closing price. Student will put simply closing price minus opening price divided by opening price. And then they will say कि मैम मेरा आंसर जो है वो 1629 आ रहा है, आपका 4% आया था. So what is the mistake over here? Because I have not the brackets, right? I need to be very particular about this, right? This is, if I keep it in percentage, it will come to this, right? The third way of calculating the return is rate of return is equal to, that can also be calculated, is equal to closing price minus opening price bracket close minus 1. So instead of so let us understand the last method of calculation of return, that is equal to closing price divided by opening price minus 1. You see the same answer is there, and you can simply drag it down and you can find it out. So this is all about calculation of return of a single stock. You download the data and then you have to work on the closing price. You can calculate absolute return in rupees, or you can calculate the rate of return in percentages. We have two separate formulas. Any formula you can use for the same. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.